calling it a love song.
What is up, my awesome gemstones? It's Mary Gem and I'm back with another video. And today's I've gum in my mouth. And today's video is going to be on who is busy talking about you. So we have 3 polls here today. Poll 1, oh my god, okay, so poll 1 says eye contact, and then we have a little cute eye with some stars. Poll 2 says inner child, and it's like underlined and bold in capital letters. And poll 3 says giving back, and we have 5 exclamation points. So yeah. Okay, so these are the 3 piles. So yeah, basically this video is just going to be about who's talking about you, what are they saying, why are they saying the things, like, you know, all the vibes. It's really in depth. If you like this video, let me know by giving this video a thumbs up or a comment. Comment down below other video suggestions as well. I love you loads. If you'd like a personal reading, my details are down below, and let's just get straight into it. Okay, what is up, my awesome gems? What is up, my awesome gemstones? It's Mary Gem and I'm back with another video, and today's video is going to be on who is busy talking about you. This is like a little bit of like a tipsy pure card reading. Not really, I just had like one shot, but like, you know, the vibes, let's just like, you know, be cute and everything. Let's just, you know, everything. So I hope that when everybody's watching this video, you're having an amazing day, evening, afternoon, all the vibes. I love you so much. I'm so freaking grateful. Sorry about that. I'm just like really grateful for everyone, like all the likes, all the comments, all the subscribers. I'm grateful for all the donations. Special shout out to Diddy. Love you loads. And Tarot and Troll, and just like a bunch of people that are really amazing. So yeah, like just thanks for everything. I really appreciate you guys so much. And yeah, so let's see, this might be a bit of like a longer intro just because I'm gonna be choosing who's talking about your spirit. Poll 1, who's talking about them, okay? Poll 2, who's talking about them. Poll 3. Okay, so poll number 1, who is busy talking about you? You guys chose the eye contact card, okay? So let's see. I feel like the person that's busy talking about you is someone that really has like a bit of like a vendetta against you. I'm sensing that they've been like, you know, stalking you out. They've been like, you know, checking you out, kind of like checking your vibe. Like I'm getting that, like, you know, like Rory Gilmore and like Lisa Well. I'll insert a photo now of the 2 of them. But there's this energy where it's like you could definitely be like a new transfer student, or you could be maybe like you just started work somewhere and you're wondering like, do your colleagues like you? And I feel like I want to say some of them do, but I do feel like some people are kind of like a bit bitter, because I'm seeing that some people feel like maybe you aren't completely qualified for the job you're in, or they're kind of just like giving you the side eye. Like I'm getting Wes from How to Get Away with Murder, where they literally, like, his nickname was Waitlist because he was waitlisted to get into the university, and people would just like say things about him and they would like have assumptions about him. And I feel like when you transfer to the school or to this new job or workplace, people are kind of looking at you and like assuming that you can't really do what everyone else is doing. They feel like you aren't as good as them. So yeah, I feel like when people talk about you, they talk about your qualifications. They talk about like whether you belong here or not. You might have recently gone to like an event or an outing, and I feel like maybe you like underdressed, like maybe you didn't dress according to the invite. So let's say that it was like suit and tie, maybe you showed up kind of like less formal, and I feel like people were talking about it because there's this snobby energy where it's like someone saying, oh, like look what they're wearing, like they didn't even listen to like, you know, the dress code. It even could be that you recently got into a relationship with someone, or not even recently, but you could be in a relationship with someone, and it's funny enough, you would think that I would say that they are talking about how you know, your partner is too good for you, but I feel like it's the other way around. I feel like people are saying that you're too good for your partner, and that like you're too good for your friends and the people that you're loyal to. So you could definitely be like a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, because there's this energy where you want to befriend everyone, you want to be everyone's friend, and even people that have done you wrong, you know. I feel like people are saying that you shouldn't have given this person a second chance. You should have left when you could have, you know. You could definitely be an Aquarius or a Virgo or a Capricorn. Maybe like a Taurus Venus, Taurus rising, Taurus Mercury. There's a fly in my room. Very sorry about that. But yeah, so Spirit, who is talking about part 1? We have the Wheel of Fortune. So I feel like it changes depending where you are in the environment and what you're doing. Like I feel like as soon as you do something different, people always have something to say about you. Okay, sorry about that. But you know, I feel like if, let's say for example, you are at work and people are talking about you, like let's say maybe you put in 2 sugars and people are like, oh, judging you. Or let's say if you dress differently, people are talking about you. So it really does depend what you're doing, but it's kind of like every action causes a reaction. Everything you do, people will talk about. Spirit, who's talking about part 1? We have the 6 of Wands. So this talks about a partner, okay? I feel like people talk about your relationship. They talk about how, ooh, you keep things to yourself, that you sometimes are secretive. And the Devil card, they talk about your addictions, they talk about your secrets, they talk about how they think they know what your deepest, darkest secret is. Okay, so there's this energy that like you're an outsider, and I feel like maybe people are saying like, oh, like I heard that this person tranced because of this reason, or like people just assuming the worst about you. Like, you know, Fred, the movie, I don't know if you know who Fred is. I'll insert a photo. Lucas Cruikshank. But yeah, there was this movie where like there was this new teacher, and like everyone assumed he was a vampire and they just assumed the worst about him, but like he was like, you know, a little teddy bear. So I feel like with the Devil card, people kind of assume the worst about you. But yeah, let me show you the cards. Okay, so the first card is the Wheel of Fortune that came upright. Okay, so yeah, the energy is that it changes. I feel like people talk about you depending on what you're doing. But yeah, I feel like the overall energy that I'm busy getting is that someone feels like they know your deepest, darkest secret. So maybe you have like a secret account, or you have like just a secret in general that you've been keeping. Like I'm sensing that you recently decided to like move away, maybe with your partner, or like by yourself, going to a new country, just a new area. You wanted like a fresh start, and I feel like people are busy talking about like, why would you have left this job, why would you have left this place, this area, you know, this relationship, like what happened? And I feel like people are saying that like you left for reasons that like are just not accurate. Like I feel like people are saying like, let's say for example you have a scar on your face. I'm seeing people say like, oh, I heard that like they got into like a physical altercation with like their boss or something, or like people like hearing rumors about you and like saying, yeah, like it's true, like I also heard this, I was also there, but it's like not even true. I just feel like there's a big secret that you're keeping, and people talk about the skeletons that are in your closet. They talk about how like they feel like they know what you're running from. They feel like they know what your trauma is. So if you're someone that's very reactionary, you know, definitely like fire sign energy, Capricorn energy. I mean, there's a lot of areas, so you could be honestly any zodiac sign, but let's just say you're like Aries, Leo, Sag, Sun, and then like I said, Taurus, Venus, Taurus, Mercury, Taurus rising, and then let's just say like Aquarius, North Node, Aquarius, signature, Aquarius, Mars, Aquarius, Mars, and then let's just say like Capricorn moon type vibe. Yeah, Capricorn moon. So I just feel like with the whole reactionary energy, you could be someone that's maybe very talkative, let's say, or someone that, even if you're not talkative, because I mean with the 4 of Pentacles, it's keeping your energy to yourself. So I feel like maybe you're someone that just has really like, you know, you hold deep eye contact with people. You're someone that can be really spiritual, and you're just someone that can pick up on energy and vibes really easily. But I feel like people can kind of tell that like there's something that you're hiding, and like they wonder what it is. It even could be like about your body language, because with the 4 of Pentacles, maybe you look like someone that's like a bit jittery, and people are like, oh, like they seem like of course maybe you've just like, you're a survivor, maybe something happened to you in the past, and it's kind of like if someone comes close to you, like maybe you like shudder, or like if someone's like raising their hand at you, you're kind of like, oh, or like you react to a lot of like trauma responses. And I feel like okay, yeah, trigger warning, I said trauma, so if that offends you, or like if it's too touchy, exit the video. But yeah, I feel like pal 1, people would talk about like your trauma responses. They would say like, oh, I noticed that when they eat, they always like cover their mouth and like cover their food, or like when they're busy praying, they always cover their food because they're afraid that people are going to steal their food, or they always over explain things because it's just like trauma responses. Like they say that if you over explain something, it means that you weren't understood when you were younger as a child. So it's interesting because I feel like you should definitely watch Pal 2, because Pal 2 is the inner child, and I feel like the energy is kind of coming in with kind of similar. So yeah, if you have any trauma responses, I feel like people talk about that as well. But yeah, anyways, then we have the 6 of Swords that came up, right? So this just talks about you trying to make a better life for yourself. I feel like you tried to move on from something like a toxic relationship. You just tried moving on in general, and people are talking about it. They're saying like I think that they went through this and this and this that was really traumatic, or like I think that they used to have this addiction, and yeah, people say that they can tell that you went through something really traumatic, something really close to your heart, and something you don't want to talk about. So I feel like when people are talking to you, they can sense that you're holding something back. Like, you know when you talk to someone and you can just tell that they want to say something but they don't. So it even could be that energy. Maybe people feel like you're in a relationship that isn't serving you. I don't want to say an abusive relationship, but I do feel like some people might even like be jumping to those types of assumptions. So yeah, people feel like you're unhappy and that you went through something and you aren't expressing it. They feel like you're holding on to something. You're holding on to a big secret. So yeah, with the Devil card, it could be something about addiction, substance abuse, abuse in general. And yeah, so can I get one more card for pile 1? Okay, we have the Tower card. This talks about kind of like everything falling apart. It talks about a spiritual awakening, but like a rude spiritual awakening. So I think that people will talk about things that are just so, like, it's kind of like it's none of their business, but I feel like because it's so obvious to see that you've been through something, that you are holding something back, it's kind of like that's why people talk about you. And I feel like people are being so intrusive towards you, where it's like they have no right to even try and like ask you about this because it's none of their business, you know? Like I know my one friend, their brother passed away, and like people would just be asking these such intrusive questions. Or this could even be like an LGBTQ plus reading where you could say like you're like a lesbian, and people are like, oh really, like how does lesbian sex work? And it's like, bitch, would you ask a straight person how straight sex works? Like I know that straight sex is more commercialized and more like it's, what's the word, it's more popularized, it's more vastly known, so it's like it's more common knowledge. But when it comes to other minorities and other sexualities, it isn't as well known. But that's just an intrusive question in general, and just because you're curious about something doesn't mean that you have the right to ask them, because it's none of your fucking business. Like, mind your business. And I feel like some people feel like they have the right to know about something that you went through, but it's like, bitch, it's not. So if people are trying to ask you shit that is none of their business, honestly, bitch, okay, I don't condone violence, but I'm just saying, like, these people are shit. Like, honestly, they do not deserve an explanation. Like, if you feel something, you don't have to over explain yourself. You don't have to say, oh, like, no, I'm not doing this because of this and this and this. No is a full sentence, okay? If someone's asking you to do something and you don't want to do it, no is a full sentence, okay? That is my advice for you, pal 1. If people are like asking you things you don't feel comfortable answering, just be like, no, I don't want to answer this. No, mind your business. Flip them off. Screw them, okay? So yeah, that is what I got for pile 1. I hope that the reading resonated. Let me know if it did as well. And if you'd like a personal reading, my details are down below. Okay, pile 1. Mwah, love you loads. So pile number 2, you guys chose the inner child, okay? So yeah, the inner child talks about, you know, your inner child. It talks about the little tiny person that you were when you were growing up, the child that you were growing up, and like how you should nurture them and take care of them as if they are your own child. It's someone that lives inside of you. It's your younger self, basically. And so I feel like, pal, two, the person that's busy talking about you is, like, I want to say your inner child, but nah. I feel like so pal too, you might be someone that's really well known, or you could be really popular, or you like, maybe you have a YouTube channel or something, but I'm seeing that people that are younger than you are talking about you, but in the sense where maybe you like wear really wacky clothes, or you have like, I don't know, like I feel like there's something about you that really stands out, like it's different. Like let's say you're goth, but you live in like a community, or you live in an area where everyone's really conservative, but you're someone that's like you're alternative, or I just feel like you're different compared to the rest of the people. You even could be working in an environment where you're the youngest or you're the oldest, so it's like there's an age gap, or there's a wealth gap even, and people talking about how you have money and they don't have money, and people talking about how you have a job and they don't have a job. I feel like people would talk about you in the sense of like, you're just different, you're not like the other people. And I know that sounds so cringy, like, oh, you're different, you know, like, and it's like, yeah, I know. But yeah, there is a bit of like Aquarius, Scorpio energy even, maybe Piscean as well. So the people that talk about you, I'm hearing like it's about a wealth gap, it's about your career and your job for some reason. But if you have more money than someone, or if it seems like you have more money than someone, I feel like people talk about that as well. Or like people will say like, how do you afford certain things, or like how are you so oh, okay, this could be about your healing journey, and people talking about that as well. People wanting to know like, how were you able to move on from something? Okay, so you might have gone through something with someone that was really close to you, like it could be a best friend or something, or like you both are going through a breakup, or you both are going through something that's just really it's like a huge life change, you know. I feel like it's something that not a lot of people experience, but it's kind of like, let's say you are a Scorpio and you meet another Scorpio, or you are POC and you meet another POC in a predominantly white area, okay? And there's this kind of thing where people are kind of like, oh wait, sorry. But yeah, and it's this energy where it's like people are talking about you because they kind of feel safe. They feel like they didn't know that it was possible for them to also, you know, express themselves, where especially if children are busy talking about you when you're busy expressing yourself, I feel like people will say, oh, like I didn't know that people could do this, you know. I remember I saw something on TikTok where this child saw like two men kissing, and they were like, what, like men can kiss each other? And they were just like so shocked by it, you know. And if you're homophobic, get off the channel. But yeah, and okay, there's an airplane. Oh, okay, airplane's gone. So yeah, I just feel like children will talk about you when they see you expressing yourself, and they're kind of like, damn, like I didn't know that was possible. Or I feel like if you see a POC in a community where maybe like you grew up in like a underprivileged environment, and it's kind of like someone seeing you and being like, damn, like I didn't know it was possible for like a POC, or I didn't know it was possible for an LGBTQ member, or for someone like me, or someone that was working in this area or this field, to be able to get to where you were, where you are. Because I definitely do see you being really successful, and people talking about how like they feel like it's inspiring towards them. So I don't think people talk about anything negative really about you. It's just more about them getting inspired by you and how much you've worked really hard, and how much they feel like it creates opportunities for you as well. Because if you're doing well in your community, if you're like getting high in your community, you're able to offer opportunities for other people. So I feel like sometimes people will talk about you and like wonder like, oh, like do you think they can lend me some money, or like do you think they can give me some free advice? So if you're a lawyer, or if you're busy studying to be something, I'm seeing people say like, oh, like can you give me free law advice, or can you give me free psychology lesson, or like can you tutor me in this? And people wanting to either take advantage, or trying to create opportunities for themselves through you. So just be careful that the people that are busy approaching you right now, and the people that are your friends right now actually want to hang out with you for you and not for clout, not for what you can give them, you know. I feel like it's either or. Okay, so Spirit, who is talking about pile 2? Oh, ciao. Okay, we have the Lovers card. We have the Two of Wands. Who's talking about pile 2? Oh my god. Way too many cards came out. These are all amazing cards, okay? No one is saying bad things about you, honestly. So the first card that we got is the Lovers card, okay? So I feel like people talk about the choices that you made in your life and how it got you to where you are now. And like people talk about your success story. People talk about how you were able to heal your inner child, how you were able to go through that experience and kind of like come out of it like a better person. People talk about how like it even could be like you went through a breakup and like the breakup really helped you be a better person in a way. And I'm someone that never says like you should thank your trauma for like, you know, making you a better person, because I feel like trauma is just fucking trauma, and it affects people. And just because you end up like, you know, healing and like even in a better position, that doesn't justify what the other person did to you or your trauma in general. But I feel like people will say like, oh, you know, because they went through this and this, or because they were kicked out of school, they had to do this and this and this, and like it's actually a good thing that they went through that. It's actually a good thing that that trauma happened to them. And I do think that's kind of like a messed up way of thinking, but to each your own. Everyone has their own opinions. So yeah, people talk about the life choices that you made and how you ended up where you are right now. People talk about how they can see you finding your twin flame and ending up with your soulmate because you've done the inner healing, you know. And then with the Two of Wands, people talk about how patient you are. People talk about, if you have any children, that you're an amazing parent, and that you're always willing to listen to people. You're always willing to lend an ear, you know. You're always willing to wait for someone to come towards you instead of like chasing it, you know. And then we also have the World card. People are just always attracted to you and to your energy because you're just so magnetic, because you're healing so much, because you're trying your best, because your energy is just so, I want to say contagious, but I think it's just it's welcoming. I feel like people want to be in your energy because it just feels so good. It's refreshing. I feel like you don't drain anyone, you know. We have the Ace of Cups. You're like the opposite of like an energy vampire. You're someone that restores energy. I feel like you're someone that sends out love. You send out light. You send out good vibes to people, you know. Like you might even pray for people like in your own time, you know. Like it reminds me of my one teacher that I had, and I remember she told me like she would go through our class list and she would pray for each person individually, you know. And like it was so nice, you know, whether you're religious or not. I feel like it's just a nice thing, you know. Like it was important to her, and she did that because she believed that it would make an impact on us, and I think that's beautiful. So yeah, with the Ace of Cups, and people talk about how emotionally intelligent you are. They talk about how they appreciate what you've been through. They appreciate your drive. They appreciate just like your experiences, and they trust your judgment. And then we have the Strength card. They talk about the strength and the strength that you have. They talk about how you were able to just go through all these trials and tribulations and like end up on top, you know. You were able to heal regardless of what you went through. And they're saying that you seem healthy, you seem happy, and people are happy for you. They feel like you're able to kind of handle yourself, you know. Like because you went through something, it's kind of like them saying that you can take care of yourself, you know. You have the strength. You have the choices. You're able to make good decisions. You're able to wait for what you want. You're able to make opportunities for yourself. You're able to feel your emotions and like let other people feel open enough to talk to you as well. So yeah, like I'm thinking, is there any advice? I feel like I would say keep going with your healing journey. I do know sometimes when it comes to spirituality and like healing in general, it's easy to want to be self-destructive, but you know, your inner child thanks you. I feel like healing, as much as it's a bitch sometimes, I think it's necessary. So yeah, I'll make another video on like maybe what do I still need to heal or something. Let me know if you would like that video. I'm gonna make a video on like messages from the universe and everything. But yeah, part 2, y'all Gucci. So that is what I got for your reading. I hope that it resonated. Let me know if it does, if it did as well. If you'd like a personal reading, my details are down below, and I'll see you in the next one. Okay, pile number 3, you guys chose giving back, and it's interesting because pile 1 and pile 2 kind of depleted a lot of my energy, which is ironic because pile 2 was really interesting, but then pile 3 spoke about giving back. And I feel like people talk about how, I want to say how giving you are and how you give back to a lot of people, but I feel like there's more to that. I feel like there's a specific one person talking about you, because for pile 1 and pile 2 it was more of like a general sense, but I'm sensing that like there's one person. Their name could start with like an S or a P or a Q or an R or something. Like, damn, let me just pull out some cards. Like, Spirit, who is talking about pile 3? Because yeah, I'm getting some interesting energy. So we have the 10 of Cups that came upright, okay? So I feel like the person that's busy talking about you definitely could be a family member. This could be someone that you're on really good terms with, or someone that you were on really good terms with. And I feel like, okay, there's a fly in my room. It's really annoying and irritating, but yeah. So I feel like this is someone that you used to be on really good terms with, someone that you could talk to about anything. Like, it could definitely be a best friend, or someone that's a family member that you treated as a best friend, someone that you saw as family, you know. Like, it could be an older person that you just saw as like an auntie or a brother, an uncle, that type of energy. So yeah, then we also have the 4 of Cups that came up, right? This talks about boredom. So I feel like this person is talking about how you've kind of changed. You might be I don't want to say becoming boring, but I do feel like sometimes people talk about how sometimes you're a bit monotonous, or sometimes you really do stick within your routine. I feel like maybe there are some people that you used to party with, or some people you used to do a lot of things with. Like, maybe you used to be really social, you always used to like just give back to the community, you used to do so much for people, but right now you're kind of disinterested. Right now you're kind of in your hermit mode, you know. This is definitely giving Virgo energy, but also Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. So those could be your placements as well, or their placements. So yeah, I'm sensing that like you aren't giving back as much as you used to, or you aren't going out as much as you used to. I feel like people are talking about how you're more quiet, you know, you're less social, you're less I don't know, out there. You're not less, you're enough, but there's something restrictive that's happening in your energy right now. Spirit, who's talking about pile 3? Okay, we have the Ace of Pentacles. So people are talking about how you're going in a different direction right now, and I feel like not everyone is on board with it. I think that this specific person is saying that they know you better than you know yourself, and they're kind of saying like, I know you. Oh, okay. It's giving kind of like, how can I say this? Like, you know, in like those cringy movies, okay, not cringy, but those movies where like you're at a wedding and then someone's like, I object, and you're like, listen, Lisa, don't marry that person. This isn't you, you know? Why is there flowers everywhere? You hate flowers. Like this type of energy with this person saying like, I know what's best for you, I know what you want, and I know you better than you know yourself. And I do feel like this person has some points, but at the end of the day, it is your decision of what you want to do and who you want to be with. So I feel like there could be someone talking about you right now, kind of like an ex or something, and they're saying like, ever since you decided to like stop doing something, you've changed completely, you know. And they can see you making decisions that are just going in a completely different direction that isn't with this person. They're saying like, I thought that we were supposed to be doing this together. I thought we were going to be together. I thought we were going to get married. But like, you seem to be getting closer to other people. You seem to be finding other interests, you know, that isn't me. Like, you're getting bored of me. That's what this person is saying. And then we got the Hangman that came in reverse. You're actively ignoring this person. You're actively deciding to get closer to another person. And I think this person's kind of getting jealous. They're saying like, what did I do that wasn't enough for you? Or like, why are you going after this person when I'm clearly interested in you, when I clearly want to build something with you? Like, you know, they're saying like, why are you getting closer to this other person and not me. Who's talking about pile 3? We have the death card that came in reverse. A lot of reversals, okay? I know it's okay. So yeah, I think that there's someone that you used to have a really great connection with, that you used to have a really close connection with, a close relationship, a close friendship, and it's kind of like they can sense you guys are drifting apart. They can sense that, you know, you're pulling back. And sometimes it's a horrible feeling, you know, when you're with someone and it feels like they're like miles away. I think that's how this person feels with you. They're like, even when I'm with you, I can tell you're thinking about someone else. I can tell you're in love with someone else. I can tell you're thinking about someone else, or you want to be somewhere else, you know? And they're like, even though you made time to be with me, I know that you didn't actually want to come. You know, I'm getting Piscean energy. I'm getting Scorpio. I'm getting air sign energy as well. Maybe Capricorn. Capricorn Venus. Spirit, who's talking about pile 3? How are these all reversals? We have the Knight of Pentacles. They're saying that they're tired of this. They want you to, they're just saying like, I want my best friend back. Like, I want my best friend back. I want you to come back to me. This could definitely be an ex. I'm just seeing them say like, come back to me. Like, that's it. Knight of Pentacles. Come back. Why did you leave? I'll link down the song Why Did You Leave Me by NF. But they're saying like, why'd you leave? And then we have the Knight of Swords. They're saying, come here now. Come quick. Just come back to me right now. Just text me now. Reply to me now. So you might have left this person on read or something. But they're saying, come back to me. Come back right now. Why did you leave? Where are you? Why are you talking to this person? I thought that you didn't like them. Like, I thought I was your best friend. I thought we were going to end up together. We had plans. I thought I was your life partner. Ace of Wands. They're saying that they can offer you something. They're saying they can give you something. They can give back to you. They can pay you back the money they owed you. They're saying they can do this and this and this. They're giving you so many promises. I don't know if it's empty promises, but they're saying they can offer you way more than what you're getting right now. Spirit, who's talking about pile 3? Is it empty promises, firstly? Are they offering empty promises? Ooh. Okay, King of Cups. This person is really emotional and they just want you to know that they care about you and that they feel the hurt that you aren't spending as much time with them as you used to. It's definitely Scorpio. This is such a Scorpio. Scorpios can be really obsessive. I love you, Scorpios, okay? But sometimes y'all be obsessive, okay? The water signs, they are obsessive signs, okay? So this person is saying like, I don't know why you aren't talking to me. I don't know why you're not texting me back. Did I do something wrong? Like, I can offer you so many things. Like, I could give you a better life, you know? Like, I'm getting, in Twilight, where Jacob was like, being with me would be as easy as breathing, you know? Who's talking about pile 3? Oh my god. Okay. Let's shuffle that again because that was a lot of cards that fell. Ten of Pentacles. Spirit, who's talking about pile 3? I'm just checking the time. So we've got the 7 of Swords again, okay? So this is someone that feels like you stabbed them in the back. They're saying like, you led me on, like we were supposed to do this together and now we aren't. Like, they're saying that like you were sneaky, like you gave them false promises. You were the one that gave false promises. Then we got the 5 of Cups. You left them. You left them in the dark. And they talk about it. They talk about it, okay? Spirit, who do they talk to about this? About their feelings? Who do they talk to? Who do they talk to? If this person is in a relationship or if this person has a best friend, I think they confide in that person. I feel like they confide in only people that are like their closest friends, and they talk about how they have feelings for you. They talk about how they like you, they want you. 6 of Pentacles. This is literally giving back. They're saying that they want their time back. They're saying, I want my love back, you know? They're saying like, I loved you, so where's my love? Give my love back. I miss you. I want to stop missing you. You broke my heart. Come fix it. Type energy. So, yeah. That's like that. Spirit, who's talking about file 3? Page of Cups. They're waiting for you to just come back to them. They're waiting for you to just turn around and say, you know what, you're right. I'm sorry. You're the one that I want to be with. You're right. Like, I should be with you. Like, what am I doing right now? Like, you're right. They're waiting for you to say that they're right. They're waiting for you to say, I told you so also, but mostly they're waiting for you to say, like, you're right. I do want to be with you. You're right. I have been distant. You're right. So, yeah, that's what I got for pile 3. I really hope the video resonated. I love you so much. If you'd like a personal reading, my details are down below, and I will see you guys in the next one. Okay, bye.